You're watching Las Vegas One. News and information 24/7.
This week on In Business Las Vegas, a wave of foreclosures sends the Valley's real estate market into a tailspin. Plus, the gaming industry stumbles as the economy falters. And will high unemployment and union infighting take a toll on organized labor? We'll look back at the top business stories of 2008. A special edition of In Business Las Vegas is next.
Now from Las Vegas One, an inside look at Nevada's movers and shakers. This is In Business Las Vegas.
Welcome to this special edition of In Business Las Vegas. I'm Dana Gentry. Today we're looking back at the top business stories of 2008 and looking ahead to 2009 with a panel of experts. No story had more impact on the economy than the collapse of the housing market in 2008. The nation followed the Valley's lead as a wave of foreclosures sent home prices plummeting and the finance sector into a freeze. The perfect storm buried Nevada homeowners in an avalanche of debt in 2008. For the second year in a row, Nevada led the nation in foreclosures. In November, the state recorded 13,962 foreclosure filings. That's 1 out of every 76 households. The glut of bank-owned homes on the market sent prices into a free fall. By year's end, the median price of an existing home dropped 32% from the previous year. Lower prices are creating an uptick in sales. 2,183 homes sold in November, representing an increase of 125.5% from last year. New home permits fell 58.6% in 2008 to just 5,781. Home builders still in the market struggle to stay afloat. Pulte, D.R. Horton, KB Homes, Richmond American, and Lennar all reported net losses in the third and fourth quarters. Focus Property Group, the company that paid top dollar for raw land at federal auctions just years ago, saw its lender foreclose on its highly touted Kyle Canyon Gateway development. Focus and its partners are also in default on loans for their Inspirada project in Henderson. The builders are negotiating with lenders to avoid foreclosure. The economic struggles prompted the National Association of Home Builders to seek a federal bailout. The fallout from the credit crunch claimed financial giants. Bank of America acquired Countrywide Financial in July for $2.8 billion after the lender lost $2.5 billion. Lehman Brothers filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in September. Wells Fargo bought Wachovia for $11.7 billion. Mutual of Omaha bought out First National Bank of Nevada after it failed in July. Nevada State Bank took over Silver State Bank after regulators shut it down in September. The FDIC seized IndyMac in August, and the federal government in September took over mortgage giants Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Falling values and a lack of mortgage products left prospective buyers of high-rise condos hard-pressed to close their deals. Home Builders Research reports through October, only 1,044 condos closed this year. That's a drop of 56% from 2007. And not even real estate mogul Donald Trump is immune to the downturn. The Donald opened his 645-foot hotel and condo tower in April, but by year's end, only a fraction of the units had closed escrow, and Trump Tower was offering suites for as little as $90 a night. Prospective buyers of 300 of those units, meanwhile, say they want some $40 million in deposits returned because they claim they were misled about their investments. And angry owners of units at MGM Grand's Signature high-rise claim they were sold on unrealistic and illegal revenue projections from MGM Signature's sales staff. MGM Mirage denies the allegations. And joining me now to talk about 2008 and the outlook for 2009, Dennis Smith of Home Builders Research. Thanks for joining us. I was looking at your November newsletter before that we began taping this. 180 new home permits for all of Southern Nevada in November. Could you put that into perspective for us?
It was a very surprising figure, although given what's going on in the home building industry, I guess we should expect those numbers to be low. Year to year, the number of permits is really off about 58%. So when you take 58% a decline in the building permits, if we're not building houses, we're not selling houses in the new home segments.
The other thing that caught my eye was the new home sales in November, 643.
Right.
What does that mean to the average, for people who don't understand what the average is?
Well, during the peak, for example, we were counting anywhere from 3,000 to 3,400 per month, and now we're down to 600, 500 per month. And And a lot of those sales, you have to remember, are reduced in price. And so there's not a lot of money being made by anyone in the home building industry today.
And let me ask you about that. We've heard that builders are building at prices that they cannot sustain. They're selling at $75 a square foot,
right,
and they can't sustain that. What is going to have to happen are these builders just going to completely leave the market? I know a lot of them have already gone.
Well, again, it wasn't a surprise. We've talked about this for a couple of years, that there's going to be a number of home builders that have to leave due to the increased competition. I think what we're seeing here is a real challenge for the private builders. See, because the larger public builders, they have the financing capabilities that allows them to write down some of their land bases, which allows them in turn to lower their prices and be very aggressive at lowering their prices.
Okay.
And we will see some of the private builders, unfortunately, will be forced out of the economy here in Vegas. And yet most of the larger public builders are still here. They see lots of opportunities on the horizons.
Okay, everybody wants to know about price. You know, I saw a story on 60 Minutes the other night about the second wave of foreclosures that is coming. We've seen 30% price drops in a year. Could they go down another 30%?
Well, right now the median price of a resale home in November was $174,000. In my opinion, I don't think we're going to see it go much more than another 7 or 8%. Some of my colleagues I've spoken with think that it could go another 10%. I think it's more going to be closer to 7 or 8%, which means that it should bottom out, in my opinion, somewhere around 160,000. So will it go to 150,000, 140,000? You never say never, but given what's going on in Washington with the attempts that are being made to try to stimulate the industry, what has to happen now is the prices have to stop going down. It's that simple, and eventually they will, but it's going to take some time.
And probably a new president taking office.
That'll help.
Okay. Mr. Smith, thanks for joining us. What a year. And when In Business comes back, we'll take a look back at the year that proved, contrary to popular opinion, casinos are not recession-proof. And we'll check out the prospects for the industry in 2009. Don't go away.